Just over 2.5 hours left until the national lockdown kicks in. Good evening and welcome to the special broadcast right here from the heart and soul of the SABC.
And of course, we'll be taking you throughout the country to show you levels of preparedness. But I must say that a government does have a health program in place. It does say that the reason we are on this 21-day lockdown is because it has been demonstrated that the only way to flatten the curve is to have a shutdown, as so well demonstrated by countries like China and of course countries like Singapore, South Korea, Vietnam, learning from this lesson to curtail the spread of the virus. So China and Europe paying the lessons, we're learning from that.
And it's all systems go. We have seen the president earlier on addressing the armed forces, starting with the South African Police Services, and just a short while ago he was addressing members of the army and essentially commissioning them to go out on the streets of South Africa and ensure that everybody abides by the restrictions that have been imposed, to counter the spread of COVID-19. A very good evening to you. This is a special broadcast of the countdown to the national lockdown, which will be in the next couple of hours. I'm Simpio Ngona. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Tsepiso Makwetla. Aldrin Simpio with us. We're going to also be reminding you the rules in place. Please cooperate with members of the South African Police Force Service. Please also cooperate with members of the South African National Defence Forces. They're out on the street to ensure our safety.
And very important as well is to remember that while the SANDF does not have the power to investigate, they have the powers to effect an arrest. So if you do not follow the rules and regulations that have been put in place, just know that you will be arrested. And although the president has said that there will be no skop and donor, however, though, the rules will be implemented and you will be arrested if you do not follow the regulations that have been put in place. So make sure that you familiarize yourself with those regulations. You can go to the NICD website as well as the Department of Health's website to look at some of those regulations that have been put in place, as well as the Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs website around those regulations, in line with the announcement that was made by the president with effect of this lockdown that kicks in at midnight.
All right, so just a reminder that we do have some very important news to dispense to you here at the SABC. It involves one of our colleagues. SABC can report a positive case at our Kimberley offices in the Northern Cape.
The SABC has since decided to close down the office, and all of the employees at the Northern Cape office will go for test. And this colleague who has tested positive is currently under quarantine.
And just a reminder that we are asking you to please pay attention to the numbers that we're putting on the screen for you. Pay attention to the infographics that we are also putting up. Do please stay with us on this very important information.